still waiting for your Beedrill X boss, but new full art PAWMOT is out. Maybe you'll have something for that. PAWMOT. Let's go. PAWMOT, please, boss. New Eve, he's having fun. All right, but I must try. Please. You're using cards from previous pack. Boss, how about a couple of months, please? PAWMOT.
Okay, fine. Jesus.
PAWMOT.
Today's deck features a Pokemon combination designed to make PAWMOT shine. You may be asking yourself, who the is PAWMOT? With 140 HP, PAWMOT's Electric Punch deals 70 damage for 2 energy. There's more to this thing though. A free retreat cost paired with a counter-attack ability, which works exactly the same as Druddigon's Rough Skin. Every time PAWMOT is damaged by an attack, he'll do 20 damage to the attacking Pokemon. The reason as to why PAWMOT rarely sees play is pretty much the same reason Poliwrath lacks viability. Druddigon makes great use of its Rough Skin ability because it's a basic Pokemon, meaning you can lead off with him and start chipping away at the opponent's attacker from the get-go. PAWMOT is a stage 2 evolution. This means the window for PAWMOT's ability to dish out damage is considerably smaller, yet PAWMOT makes up for this with its bulk, free retreat cost, and a solid 2 energy attack. In order for this Pokemon to shine, we combine him with Zeraora, Oricorio, and 1 copy of Pikachu EX. Both Zeraora and PAWMOT work wonders with Elemental Switch, which we can use to rally energy onto Pikachu for a surprise early Thunderbolt. We try to evolve into PAWMOT early, score a KO with our Fluffy Squirrel, to then deliver the final blow with Pikachu's Thunderbolt. And there you go, a playable PAWMOT deck, living proof that persistence is the key to getting what you want in life. You're welcome! What Pokemon should I put the ground next? You decide. If it's a Pokemon I don't like, it may take a while. Leave a comment down below, and we'll see what we can do. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free. Free is good. Have a solid day. Enjoy the games. And don't ask me for PAWMOT again. Here we go. For Cyborg Guardian. It finally happened. Okay, we got a Zeraora lead. And Oricorio as well. We can start attacking with Zeraora quickly. Let's deploy like this. We have one more space, which we can leave open for Pikachu EX. If we find another Zeraora, then... maybe we should have kept the Oricorio in hand and deploy it later. Oh. Okay, so a Alolan Muck can actually run through Oricorio, even though it's not dealing damage. It can apply burn, poison status, and wear it down. We're gonna go for the Pokeball first, because we want to find Rare Candy and your boy PAWMOT. We find Pikachu. We did it. Elemental Switch, and I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and drop you and just immediately place energy onto you. Let's hope they don't have Naganadel right off the bat. They do. Well, shit. Okay. That's a problem. That's a big problem. We top deck another research though, and we get... okay, we have the Rare Candy there. How are we gonna approach this though? I think I need the damage. I don't succumb to the poison. But weakening this is quite important because this Pokemon is applying a lot of pressure to us. Not being an EX, we just can't like wall it with our Choreo. We're getting red carded here as we find PAWMOT, and all we need... Okay, so they did us a favor. They did us a favor here. That red card actually helped us. Because we have all the tools. Now we have the elemental switch to immediately attack with PAWMOT. And start applying pressure, ladies and gentlemen. Bring him in. And get the kill. And the thing is, if Grimer wants to attack, unless they have a giant cape, we get to retaliate and kill it immediately. As now we just focus on building up Pikachu. We've used the elemental switch though, unfortunately, because of our energy placement. I just wasn't expecting to find the PAWMOT so quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop Pawmi here. I'm gonna put the energy onto Pikachu, and I'm gonna put the giant cape onto whom? Onto perhaps Oricorio to buy us some time. Okay. Too strong! This card is OP. This card is absolutely OP. I felt pretty good about that. After we get the damage onto Muck, then I just need one more turn to put that second energy onto Pikachu, and then the turn after, I immediately threaten the Muck. And we have Oricorio to stall as well. And the thing is, PAWMOT's Electric Punch is strong enough to one-shot Nihilego. And us having like no hand, they played Dark Pendant, Silver, and Red card, which is interesting, but can eventually, as you can see, become a little bit redundant. Round 2. Going second, love to see it. What do we got now? We got Psychic and a double. Ladies and gentlemen, a double Zeraora lead. I'm going to keep the Pikachu EX in hand for no, we're going to want this guy on the board anyways, yeah. The issue is we only have one space for either Oricorio or PAWMOT. But we're not going to say no to double Zeraora. That's going to open up the elemental switch for Pikachu, which allows us to one-shot any evolution that doesn't have a giant cape on it. So that's pretty damn good. So I'm assuming this is Espeon Sylveon. Very, quite a classy name our opponent's carrying there. I'm not sure what it means, but... Oh, okay. Ooh, these draws. Ooh, if that's a Pawmi. Oh, yeah. Yep. The energy on Pikachu allows me to immediately bring it in one shot. Whatever comes in. Though we do lose all energy in the process. Okay. I draw into PAWMOT, so do I pivot into PAWMOT and start dealing like strong damage here? If I deal 70, 140, 180, this thing heals itself out of that range. So I think instead what I want to do is I want to just use PAWMOT's ability to my benefit here. By pivoting right into it, we have the counter attack, which is going to put the Espeon at range. The cat's out of the bag here. Like, they know we got the elemental switch. So are they going to attack anyways? They are. They didn't really read into what we're going to do here. They're just clicking buttons. Silver would have been a great way for them to see this coming. I'm going to go for the Pokeball, thin the deck out of a basic here. We got the Oricorio there, which can be really useful. And now we quite simply pivot into Pikachu to destroy you. Bing, ding, ding. Bing, bing, ding, 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 ding. And we're going to make use of Zeraora's bulk to survive this. If they have like an EV back to kill it, then we're going to send PAWMOT to the front and then pivot into Oricorio right after. They play 2 silvers. They play 2 silvers and they don't really make good use of them. There's the EV bag, but we have PAWMOT's retreat cost here. The free retreat cost. Which we're definitely going to make use of as we build up the Pikachu EX in the back. They play Sabrina. We bring in Zeraora. As they go for the Super Psybolt, and we quite simply... The problem is another Giant Cape here. They play double silver, Sabrina. They have Eevee back, so they have a total of 3 cards left in the deck, right? I would assume they have more Sylveon. So there's like 1 Sylveon, another Eevee bag, and probably a Cyrus. I think Giant Cape is just the one-off, so I'm gonna put the energy onto you. I don't think they have another Giant Cape. I think building up this Pikachu for a second time is checkmate. Yep. That does not make a difference. It was Cyrus. I knew it. And you are gonna go S yourself. If that's okay with you. Mm-hmm. Oof. Conceding coming in 3, 2, 1. Beautiful timing. Clean. On a going second streak, and I'm completely fine with that. We got the Pawmi, we got the Zeraora lead. Going second, what do we wish to do first? Given the matchup, I think Pawmi as a lead is nice. Let's keep the Oricorio in hand. So, Pichu Snorlax. We gotta watch out for Barry. Oh, it's Pichu Celebi. Well, Oricorio is gonna be important here then. So we may as well. Let's go for the Pokeball here. I like that Pikachu too. You know what? This is a lineup I'm content with. Having Oricorio to stomp that Celebi is going to be quite important. Rare candy is what I'd like to see here. Interesting, spreading out their energy that way, okay. I think at this point we just build up energy onto Pikachu. We're gonna start building up that anyways, and we punch you. If they let me kill this Magby, then their game plan... Yeah, this is not smart from them. Sending Snorlax to the front would have proved to be more of an issue for us, but this is certainly not it. Certainly not it. I think we can Iono here. Quite simply because if we can evolve into PAWMOT somehow... Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are talking. We have that Guzma to deny a giant cape, so all we need is one turn and then Pikachu wins. I understand, you know, they have two Pokemon that you want to build up energy onto, like that's neat, but at the same time, like this approach is a little bit greedy because you want to build up the Snorlax, but you also want to pump as much energy onto Celebi as possible. They would have been much stronger if they immediately brought in the Snorlax, because there's always the threat of Berry, right? Because that would mean I would have to take down a Snorlax and then take out Celebi, and that would have been a lot rougher for us, but them giving us 2 points to the babies is going to prove to be their undoing. They're going to collapse on us. My boy can tank it. My boy can tank it all day. And I'm gonna draw. Because if I find an elemental switch, this game is already over. We do not, so we place the energy onto Pikachu. And I see no reason not to stay in. They could have an Ilima, but as long as my PAWMOT remains in the front line, this is why I wanted to bring in Pikachu EX with it, because if they kill PAWMOT, the counterattack is always going to leave, barring specific Pokemon like Charizard EX, Stokesard, you know, Pokemon with 180 HP, any other Pokemon, after they hit PAWMOT, they're definitely a Thunderbolt range, which makes it such a inevitable finisher, really. And, yeah, it's how this is the shell that I feel like PAWMOT can shine most in. You know, I would like to find space for a second elemental switch. I find myself needing that card more often than not. But I'm not sure what to take out for it. Maybe honestly like a giant cape, but sometimes you need the giant cape to survive a hit with Pikachu. I do think a second elemental switch would make this better though. So you gotta keep that in mind. Let's keep going. Okay, it was about time. Can't go second forever. We got an Oricorio lead. That's not ideal, though we have Elemental Switch to start swinging with it. And we put a Rocky Helmet on and we could surprise them. I'm going to go ahead and go for this Professor's Research because I think this Elemental Switch is really important. I just need to find Zeraora. There we go. And on top of that, we find double. Ladies and gentlemen, double trouble. We're going to deploy both and Rocky Helmet onto you. Because if they decide to attack with this Ghastly, it's going to be the end of it. Yeah, I feel like this deck needs double Elemental Switch. It's just so... It's so good. It's too good. Not just with Zeraora, but also with PAWMOT because of the free retreat cost. I can just rally over energy from it. And they are not, yeah, they're not playing into that. I'm gonna immediately switch. Gotta let the cool Zeraora keep it. And I'm gonna start zapping. Not dropping the Pawmi yet because we may want to resort to Pikachu EX instead since we deployed 2 Zeraoras here. They go for a Pokemon Center lady, okay. Oh, they have it. Is this the bot? This is the, wow, it's the actual Bother Gengar, okay. Now I am going to drop you. I'm going to pivot you onto you. And I'm going to Lightning Claw you. Because as long as I have Oricorio, I can wall the Giratina. But having the Pawmi there ready for the Rare Candy, especially because I don't want them to like attack my hand and gain advantage from it. Okay. Oh, the tension was building up and then it's just like, oh, that's all we needed. We're on a roll. Going first again against water. But it's never actually water. I bet this is a Ho-Oh deck. Or Dragonite. Yeah, it's never pure water. You don't see that. Suico's gonna change that. But right now you just don't see that. I'm gonna go for the Professor's Research before going for the Pokeball because right now we want to find basics. We want to find Zeraora. So we don't want to thin our deck out of basics before we go for the Pokeball. We don't succeed though. And in exchange, we become quite vulnerable. To hand disruption, but I don't want to deploy my giant cape just because of that. Like, I just refuse to do that. Feels like every time I do, they always have the hand attack, but it's just not the way. They beat on us because I could place a Rocky Helmet on this instead. Okay, so I got double Pawmot. I'm gonna go for the Professor's Research, believing I can find that rare candy. I can. I'm just that good. That is clutch as hell. We evolve on to Pawmot. And we're ready to tank hits. They pivot. And ramp. Now I do want to Iono. My hand just isn't all that hot. Like, these Zeraoras are pretty useless. I want to see if I can find other sources. We have Elemental Switch. Let's drop that Pikachu EX. And at this point, I'm going to place the Rocky Helmet onto you. And punch. Beat the crap out of that Pichu. And they're just gonna keep on going. And they're gonna charge up the Ho, so it was Ho. I was right in the end. In the end! Doesn't even matter. What am I doing? If Dragonite comes in, that is a problem for us to deal with. With one energy here, next turn I can automatically attack with that, but they have to kill Oricorio. We're placing the energy onto this Pikachu no matter what. That's for sure. But if... What's the worst case scenario here? They rare candy into Dragonite EX. Just feel like that's a regular Dragonite though, so I wanna... Nah, I'm fine. I'm gonna punch this. I'm gonna punch this. My Pawmot is gonna be okay. My Pawmot is thick. This Ho cannot kill it. Oh no. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. Is it coming? No, it's not. Oh, you're dead. Oh, they're not ready for this. They're not ready for this elemental switch play. Just don't attack my hand. Don't do it. Don't you dare. That is illegal. Oh yeah, my boy tanking. And my boy spreading, retaliating. His strength is directly proportionate to his durability. His kawaii-ness. And now we switch for the finish. You love to see it. Free retreat. Switch it up. GG no re. Outta here. Dragonite. Nowhere to be seen. Clean. Gotta keep on going first. Okay, so first 3 times in a row. I mean, considering our start, not the worst thing in the world. Elemental switch. Yeah, I just feel like I don't find myself using Giant Cape, so I think it would be appropriate to let's go for 1 Pokeball first. Let's see if we can get this Aurora. We can. So now I'm actually gonna keep going for Pokeball before going for this research, because I do want to find quite a few cards actually, like Elemental Switch, Rare Candy, and PAWMOT. That's 3 cards. Right now I see no... We may find a use for Giant Cape here. I'm gonna keep everything else, because it allows us to survive the rolling tackle. So Giant Cape gonna be hopefully doing something here. There's the hoe. They're gonna lead a... Okay, they're building energy on that. That's a glorious top deck. Always feels great to pick up that research. We need more juice. Now we are looking at a potential Iono play after, so we're gonna keep things here. Perhaps, do we drop the Oricorio? Yes. I'm gonna punch this. We probably got Iono here. Try to see if after a shuffling we can get that PAWMOT evolution. Rare Candy, there we go. Oh, and the Pikachu, you love to see it. Very nice. With that Elemental Switch ready, now we're good to go. Iono is definitely a keeper. It's been so helpful in a bunch of these games. And after that punch, this electric punch will finish Kamala. So the Giant Cape didn't end up doing anything, but it did stop them from, I guess, killing us with Kamala there. And now this Cyrus is gonna pretty much seal the deal. Yep. Okay, we're smashing it. Like, PAWMOT is doing things, and Iono has been super clutch for 2 games. Where we just didn't have the evolution and went for the Iono and we found it. Because that's the weakness, right? Like, it's a really good Pokemon. Like, once you evolve it, like, it's really, really good. Counterattack, you know, a solid 2 energy attack, and that free retreat cost that plays really well with Elemental Switch. The problem is finding the pieces. There's gonna be a lot of games where you just are not able to evolve your Pawmi, and it's just like a really bad unit. And then the deck kind of crumbles, right? So that one-off of Iono really, definitely helps. Let's go for the final one. Final boss. Back to going second. That gives me a little bit of confidence. Oh no. Oh dear God. Oh, a Pikachu EX lead against Electric, where they probably have a Oricorio. Yeah, that ain't it. At least we're going second, and we can work to correct this. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 basics. So this is unlikely to happen, but it does happen. I mean, the rest of our hand is very promising, though, whenever you see Pokeball with Professor's Research. And Elemental Switch as well. Okay, so... No, we gotta be careful here. Get out of here with that shit. I don't know. Okay, so they really like their hand. We want to find Zeraora. So we're gonna do this before we Pokeball. And we're gonna Giant Cape in case they have a red. Unfortunately, like, no, a lack of that, yeah. Wow. They did have the red. They had everything. They had everything, and unfortunately, we were forced to... We're forced to lead off with the Pikachu. I mean, you never want to lead off with the Pikachu. Like, having to throw off your first attack like that is absolute death. We do find the Palmy, but a little bit too late, and we get absolutely wrecked. There goes our streak. We're not gonna end it there, though. Let's go for another final boss. Final boss. This time, for sure. Electric versus electric. We got the Zeraora lead. And Rare Candy PAWMOT ready. Okay. Well, I see Oricorios that I can easily kill. Let's go for the research before we go for the Pokeball because we want to find basics here. Enhances our chances of finding Palmy, and I just do not draw into a single basic. Okay. Okay, but we do find it. Very nice. I'm gonna play Rocky Helmet onto Palmy immediately because that makes me less vulnerable to a red card. They do deploy that. And that's the only attacker that they got online. Okay. This could be a double PAWMOT game. So I'm gonna pivot into it right away because we have the Rocky Helmet. So if they want to bring in Silvally to attack immediately, Silvally's gonna take 40 damage, which is gonna put it at range. And now we just gotta focus on finding the other rare candy here. Then we get some vengeance. Some vengeance on Silvally. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, yeah. We tank the hit, and the combination of counterattack and Rocky Helmet puts Silvally at range, ladies and gentlemen. And I like that Guzma that we see there too. We could go for the Iono here, but what is the point? What is the point? We need to find the rare candy. How many cards do we have in, like... I'm gonna go for the Iono now because they're likely to have the other Silvally in hand. And now with the giant cape, I feel a lot more confident. Because my Zeraora can survive a hit from Silvally as well. They go for the Guzma, okay. But they don't find Silvally, so... Oh, they need a... Okay, they get lucky there. They get lucky there with the heads, okay. We Lightning Claw back. A Pokeball, which means a Pichu at this point. They want to retreat, they lose all the energy. And we're still on the hunt for that rare candy, for that second PAWMOT. Oh, the Cyrus! Vengeance! Sweet. Sweet vengeance. Out of here. That felt extra good. I think we did the Pokemon justice. I think, you know, this card... The main issue that it has is that it has an ability that plays really well into Pokemon like Druddigon that you lead off with immediately, but this is a stage 2 evolution, so having a counterattack ability, it's like the same reason why Poliwrath struggled, right? But the free retreat cost and the HP, I mean, the HP stack could be a little bit better, to be honest. Like, this card could be a little bit beefier. You know, the attack is decent, but I think the free retreat cost is what really allows some very neat stuff. And ultimately, like, it's quite there. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. Though very much playable, especially with Elemental Switch and Zeraora being a thing. I do think a second Elemental Switch could make this deck pretty nice, but there have been situations in which Giant Cape was quite useful. Like, guaranteeing that we didn't succumb to Silvally there with Zeraora was really important, so... It's hard to say. It's one of those things where I would like to fit a second one, but I just do not know what to take out for it. Because I think my supporters are all pretty essential, as the session has shown. But yeah, shoutouts to, I was gonna say Cybersecurity Drag. Cyborg Guardian. Hashtag Cybersecurity Guardian. Or Dragon or whatever. Cyborg Guardian. Very edgy name. Hopefully you're happy. It finally happened. We did it. A PAWMOT deck. Now we can move on to other things. Love you, have a soul day. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.